Hey, so this is not scripted or anything. Uh, you probably saw from the thumbnail and read that this is going to be one of the more crazy stories that you've ever read. Uh, Cancer. It's a word that probably everybody here has heard. And I doubt that all of y'all think of the stars out there. Whenever you hear the word cancer, you probably think of a family member or a friend or maybe even just sibling, but you don't really think of yourself. Or I'm assuming you don't, just because of how rare it is. And whenever it actually hits yourself, it's just mind blowing because you never think that's going to happen to you with how rare it is. You never think you're going to be the one to get it. But I was. And I'm going to be starting my diagnosis story in this video. Just kind of rec rap style commentary with Minecraft speedrunning in the background. Even though the gameplay's bad, the story's good. So, it all kind of started with my leg just randomly hurting every now and then. Like, the right side of my right leg would just hurt every now and then. And it eventually got to the point where some days I would wake up and have to borrow my brother's crutches from when he broke his hip. It was not good. Wow, the quality of this run isn't good either. Oh, never mind, there it is. Um, so this is like May when this is happening, May and June. But I'm kind of fine for the entirety of July until the final day of my vacation in Florida, where I'm just bedridden the entire day because I cannot walk at all. I just can't. Uh, it hurt too much to walk. Well, no, actually that's a lie. I did get to the pool in the morning to try to see if water would help my leg because I didn't know what was going on at the time. I was just like, okay, my leg hurts, maybe water will help. It didn't because it was a way bigger problem than I thought. And it kind of stayed from that day. Like it never went away. Normally it did. Like every single time I would wake up and it hurt, I'd be fine the next day or maybe 2 days I'd be okay. This time it just stayed. It never went away again. Uh Up until about August 9th, I was doing these like nightly showers. I would take like 9 showers a night. That's a bit of an exaggeration, but I would take so many showers a night because the hot water just barely helped the pain. And it was so bad. It was just unbearable. I was doing literally anything to help it. And a million showers is what worked, so that's what I did. And August 9th, I just collapsed on my bathroom floor because I don't even know. It was just too much. But I don't even know, like to this day, what it really was. I think it was just too much. So I collapsed at like midnight. And I go up to my mom, even though she has work the next day. I go up to my mom and I say, I need to go to a hospital, which is just insane for me to say because I I hadn't even swallowed a pill up until that Florida day where my leg hurt. I woke my mom up at like 4 a.m. to ask for some pain med. I asked for pain meds. I didn't ask for Tylenol because I didn't know what pain meds were. I never took them. I was always the kind of just deal with it for the day, put some dirt on it, tough it out kind of guy. So me asking her to go to the hospital really, panicked her. And we went immediately. She got work off the next day. I think I was in school, so I got school off that day. And they, as the hospital I went to, even though I'm in Tennessee, I didn't go to Vanderbilt because that's like 3 hours away. I went to a more local one, and they gave me a misdiagnosis, which is common for the cancer I had, Ewing sarcoma. Misdiagnosis is common because it doesn't show up on x-rays. So you have to get an MRI to find it. So whenever they just didn't see anything on x-rays, and I was just a 15-year-old boy at the time that just walked in and said, hey, my leg hurts, can you fix it? they looked in x-rays and they didn't see anything, so they just thought that my muscles were like rapidly compressing on themselves or something along those lines. And they gave me like some medicine and just told me to try to stretch more. So I do that for, the next like month, the rest of August, until it's just getting swollen. My foot is now getting like swollen, and it's to the point where it's like purple, like awfully purple and disgusting. So we go up to Vanderbilt and they say, "You're not leaving until we find out what's wrong with you." So, first thing is they want to get an MRI of my foot because that's where it hurts, and the back of my spine, like well, okay, the bottom of my spine. Uh, so they start with the spine, which I thought was really stupid at the time because I was like, my foot hurts, why not scan the foot? But they wanted to do my spine, and I was just in so much pain I couldn't physically lay still for an entire MRI. I was missing a picture and begging them to pull me out, but they wouldn't do it. Like the little, like, I don't know, newer girls, I don't know. I think they had a lower position than the guy that eventually told them to take me out. So I'm sitting there begging and begging, and they don't want to take me out because it's just one more picture. It's like, dude, just sit still. It's just one more picture. What's wrong with you? Um, but he eventually says, take me out. Let me go sit down and get some pain meds. Then they'll get the rest of the pictures on my back, and then do my foot. So they take me back to my room. Actually, no, sorry, I'm skipping a part here. Whenever they took me out, they got my mom over, and she walked in there. They told her I didn't do all the scans, and she yells my name and like looks at me, kind of like in like shock and like disappointment. And I was hurting so much from laying in that MRI. I just weakly said, "Mother." Like I couldn't even say her name fully because I was just so beat down and like worn out from laying there. It's just the pain took it out of me. I physically couldn't even speak anymore because it had hurt so much, which is unheard of. Just it's crazy that could even happen. And the look on her face after I said that just looks like she saw me dead. She looks like she saw the soul literally leave my body. It was insane to see her face look like that. But she takes me back to our room. We were in this room for like 14 hours that day, by the way, fun fact. She takes me back to our room and gives me some snacks and a drink because she went to the gas station while I was in the MRI because we haven't eaten all day. We've been in that room all day. So she went and got her some food and me some snacks from the gas station. And as I'm eating them, but this is how quickly they were on uh, my case. While I was eating them, some doctor walked in and said, "Hey, we probably don't need the last photo or the MRI of your foot because we think we might know what it could be. It's on a spectrum right now. It's either an infection or cancer. Right now we're thinking it's an infection, so you're probably okay. But I will come back if anything changes." And he comes back in less than 10 minutes and says, "Okay, so we think it's cancer. So you are going to get chemo in 9 days." Sorry. Oh, you're going to get chemo in 9 days. Which just took a while for me to even comprehend it. Like, I just got told I have cancer. Am I going to live? Am I going to keep my foot? Like, my foot is swollen to beyond, like, repair. It's still swollen to this day, actually. So I guess it's not entirely, like, lying. But I just thought that I wouldn't even keep my foot or something, that there would be more damage than I have right now. I was thinking. I was just told I have cancer, and I'm incredibly crippled. So I didn't think that the outcome could be very good. Um, I literally went home and kind of cried in the shower that night just because it was kind of setting in that I had just been told that I have cancer. And this was 11 days after I turned 16. So that's right when I was getting ready to get my license, and my mom was, just opening a bank account for me. That way I can kind of start going out on my own and doing my own thing and hanging out with friends when I want to. So I kind of just got my, best years of my childhood, I'd say, just ripped away from me. You know, I just, I want to be a normal 16-year-old and go out with friends and drive whenever I want to drive. I thought that'd be pretty cool, just like every other teenager did. So it was, I don't know, it's just crazy. But continuing the story, we get to our first chemo, and it's like only supposed to last a week. That chemo, that one chemo treatment, I don't know how to word this. The whole treatment was like 6 months, but we were there for a week doing a chemo, and then we would go back home and take a small break. But I ended up staying there for so much longer because the chemo was so strong. It gave me so many side effects that I don't even want to get into. So I was literally losing my mind and going like crazy, like crazy psychotic, screaming that I just need to go home. I don't know. I was losing my mind, man. Literally, psych ward, losing my mind kind of deal. We were there for so long. It's unbelievable. But after the first round of chemo, my foot just got so much less swollen. It was unbelievable. It never did that again. It was only on the first one. But, you know, we ball. So, okay, hold on, what comes next? It's like I'm trying to think of the next exciting point in this because it was just a couple chemos until then. Or it was just a couple chemos for a long time, man. I was incredibly crippled, double crutches and all. Um, dude, I didn't think I'd be talking for this long. I kind of, I kind of thought it would take me longer to say all this. Or I guess I could say, um, I guess I didn't really give much details about the foot. I could tell you all that my foot was so sensitive I had to sleep with my foot hanging off my bed. And it was like very uncomfortable to sleep like that every single night. Like I literally physically could not sleep in a different way than how I was sleeping. So even like on the car ride up to Vanderbilt, uh, I had to sleep in the back of the car, just on my left side, hanging my foot off the side. And at the time, I was probably like 5'7", maybe 5'8", in a little like Honda Civic. So I was centimeters away from just constantly hitting the driver's seat, the back of the seat, which was just very uncomfortable. And I know one time we were in the waiting room for something, maybe to get my port in, which is the next topic I'll get to. And my grandma doesn't really understand the situation that well because she's just my grandma. She hasn't been living with me. And she kind of wants to help in some way, but doesn't know what to do. So she just grabs my foot, which hurt a lot. And she just like I don't know. She just grabbed it. I yanked my foot away immediately. Ancient debris. Uh, and and like out of just reaction, I yanked my foot away immediately. But she doesn't like it didn't click for her that it hurt. I guess she just thought I wasn't expecting it. So her next uh her next thing she does is grab it again. Which at that point I yanked it away and said ow because that one hurt even more. Which she still apologizes to for or she still apologizes for to this day. But now port. I'll tell you all what a port is. It is a like implant that you get. That way you can be given chemo. Because if you were to be given chemo through an IV, which is like when your arm is poked for a blood draw in like the bend of your elbow for you young kids out there, if the needle like okay wait not the needle if they were to like keep that blood draw there, that's an IV. But they can't give you a chemo for 6 months through IVs because it'll literally destroy your veins. That's how strong it is. So I had to get a port in my chest. I'll actually show a photo of the scar that's on my chest right now if I remember. Um, and it like kind of sticks out of your body if you're underweight. So it is disgusting looking. Cause okay, so like, oh, I should have told that. Okay, I should have given that detail because I kind of need that detail for this detail, but now I want to save said detail. But okay, I have my port, but I was already sedated for something, or I was already asleep for something whenever they sedated me for the port that had to get put in. Uh, Meaning I didn't really know it was there until we were gonna go leave. My mom said, "Okay, there's gonna be a bump there. Don't freak out." Well, okay, I knew the port was there whenever I saw it, or something. Okay, actually, I'm struggling to remember this because chemo gets rid of memory. But point is I was really underweight. Like at the time, probably 90 pounds at 5'8". Uh, so this like port, I look down at my chest and my mom tells me don't panic, and I just look at it. I go, "Oh my god, that is disgusting." That's all I said because I was just trying to breathe. It was so freaky looking seeing that stick out of my chest. I think my mom's at my door. Give me 1 second, guys. Okay, so I was extremely underweight, which is a common side effect of chemo, obviously. And so the port like stuck out a lot. It was so disgusting, but it was necessary, even though it's just kind of weird how that works. But you know, that's how it goes. Uh, and with the whole weight situation, at first chemo did make me lose weight. I was down to 85 pounds at 5'9". So it's not good, but it did eventually throughout the treatment get better because it just like starved me. So I just started eating and I didn't really stop. I remember I said my diagnosis was the 31st and my first chemo was September 9th. If y'all look up when the Deadpool movie came out, the third one, with Wolverine, I watched that movie. It came out sometime in October. I think early October. I watched that movie with my mom after we ordered 2 medium pizzas. And I just sat there and ate both of the pizzas. Both. Two whole medium pizzas in one sitting, which is about 4,300 calories, I believe. I looked this up a while ago. So, the average human intakes 2,000. And the Deadpool movie is probably only like 2 hours long, if I had to guess. And there goes the run. If I had to guess, in the span of 2 hours, out of the 24 that you're supposed to have about 2,000 every 24, I had 4,502. That is how much this medicine just made me eat. But I'll tell more about it. I'll maybe write a script and make an unlisted video telling it in proper chronological order with like every single details and whatnot. Oh, I think those were too early. But yeah, there goes at 1920. And that's my story. Thanks for listening, y'all. comment if you want more or something. I don't know. If the video does well, I'll do more.